I get to make it with my sister, Janis, and she is going to make the pie crust, which has always been one of my approach avoidance baking conundrums. So she's going to show us a foolproof pie crust, and I'm so excited because I don't make pie because I don't make the crust.
And I've been making crust for many, many years, and after going through the Crisco years, and we don't eat that anymore because it's bad for us, we went through the lard years, and a lot of people complained because it was lard and it was bad for us, but actually it's no worse for us than butter. So I went halfway. I've got half butter and half lard in this preparation of a 1 10-inch pie crust that we're making today. So we both got up early this morning so we could get our pie done before the turkey goes in the oven. And you'll see what I have in front of me here. The recipe is 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/4 cup of lard, 1/4 cup of unsalted butter, 1/8 teaspoon of salt, and 2 to 4 tablespoons of ice water. And I'm using my Cuisinart to make this. You can make it by hand, and if you have a pie, a blender, the little handheld pie blender Adair, you can easily make this too. But this is wonderful to do it.
My Cuisinart.
So the first thing we're going to do is put in our flour. 1.5 cups of flour, and the salt. And I'm going to put the lid on the Cuisinart and just give it a quick whiz to blend those two ingredients. And then we want our butter.
Now, is the butter really cold?
The butter must be cold, and the lard. These both just came out of the refrigerator. And we're going to do a process called pulse processing. It's just what it sounds like. On and off with the machine. And what we're looking for, Adair, is, you watch this too, we want that butter and flour mixture to look like peas, small peas, to be semi-incorporated, not real smooth. And once it's to that point, that was 4 or 5 pulses, I'm going to put the machine on run, and I'm going to start adding water. This might be the only tricky point, because it's kind of a feel thing. How much water does it take? Well, I can see it's not coming together quite yet, so there goes the 3rd tablespoon. I'm just going to put the whole 4th tablespoon in there, and then I'm going to let the machine do its work. It'll draw into a ball. Oops. It'll draw into a ball, and at that point it's perfectly mixed. And now we're going to take the dough out of the machine, and you can see that it's
perfect.
Just perfect. Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah.
And Adair, feel that for your own information. It's kind of wet.
Yeah.
It's not as dry as you might think. We're going to flour our board.
There's a little chunk in the...
Oh, we'll get every last bit of it. We're going to flour our board and get our countertop ready. And the first thing we want to do is pat that dough out into a nice circle. Pat one side, spread your flour again, pat the other side. And the only tricky part about rolling is you want to flour your rolling pin. And we're not going to roll back and forth like this, but we're going to roll like spokes of a wheel. So keep rolling like spokes of a wheel. Then after your first round of spokes, turn it over, spread flour again, more spokes in there.
Okay. Demystifying pie crust.
Yes. You don't have to press down real hard, but just push it out.
Okay, that's one revolution.
That's one revolution. When you want to turn your dough over as it gets bigger, just wrap it around the rolling pin. And we'll get it a little bigger. I'm looking at my pie pan now, which is a 10-incher. And I'm going to make it big enough so that you can go up the sides of the pie pan. And once I get it that big, I'm gonna wrap it around the rolling pin. And then I'm gonna just lift it up, leave a border of, an inch or so around the edge of the pie pan. And then we're gonna gently push that in. You see it cracked a little there because it was a little thin? No problem. We'll just push it together. Because the dough is so malleable.
It took all of what?
It
3
doesn't take
minutes?
any time. Now I'm going to trim this to about, an inch hanging over the edge. Here. Now I'm going to turn that pie crust under on itself. Make a little lip. I hope you can see with my hands right in the spot where I'm turning the edge. Okay, we'll get all the way around, and you want to kind of pinch that together. What you're doing is building a ridge, a ledge actually, to keep your filling in the pie crust instead of running out and running down the inside between the crust and the pie pan.
Is there some?
And then thumb and index finger on your right hand, left hand index finger. You're just going to make your edge, poking the index finger in between your thumb and index finger on the right hand. And I kind of like to come back with my thumb and push it into the ledge on the pie pan, the rim of the pie pan. I like the look, first of all, but it also helps ensure that the pie crust isn't going to fall down into the pan, because you're kind of sticking it. Here's our pie pan dressed with its pie crust, and it's ready for us to make the filling. And Adair and I will start on the filling next.